back to That Dad Guy. It's June 14th, 2024, and today I've got all this mail that came in this week to show you. So there's a lot of here from Postcrossing. I got 12 official ones showed up from Postcrossing this past week. I've got some direct swaps, some surprises in here once again, so thank you so much for those. As far as direct swaps, I haven't responded to the ones from last week yet, other than two. I had a light week in responding. There were some days that were quite busy with things going on that I didn't get to it, and I had some videos that I planned and some stuff I've been planning for the future that's coming up. So I didn't have a lot of time to sit down and write, and when I did, I was kind of exhausted, so I just kind of did my own thing. And I think we all need to write our own pace. I think I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's a hobby, it's not a business, so we get to things when we get to them. And with the price of postage, sometimes we've got to take a little bit longer in responding because we can't afford to, at least all of us can't afford to spend as much money as you potentially can with this fun hobby and pen pals. So with that being said, I'm going to show you what I got this week. But before I do, I want to make sure you like, subscribe, leave positive comments, share with other people, and put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything, including the giveaway that I do every month, which for me is tomorrow. So if you haven't gone and watched Stamp of the Month yet, and you're interested in stamps, maybe go check out Stamp of the Month. It's the one on Air Miles. It's Air Mails. And all you have got to do is write the word airmail in the comment to be qualified. But you got to do that today, because tomorrow's going to be the spinning of the wheel and finding out who won. Thanks once again to Liverpool Stamps, who have supplied stuff for this, and also Stephen in Australia, who supplied some things for it, and I've supplied some things for the giveaway. And it seems like every month we've got more people that want to do giveaway stuff, so that is great. Anything that gets contributed to it, I'm happy to send out, including things like I'm trying to get off the ground calling all artists. Haven't heard of that yet. It is me reaching out to all of you who are creative to say, can you send me something that you do, whether it's a painting, a drawing, a story, whatever your art happens to be, and you want to get a little bit of promotion about it, send me something, and then I'll talk about it. You can also let me know if there's a Facebook or a YouTube or Instagram page you want me to promote. If it's maybe your business and you're selling postcards and you sent me some of those, then we can promote that as well. And I'm not asking you to send things so I can have them. What we're going to do is we're going to package all the stuff up from all you different artists, and we're going to do that as a giveaway as well. So the more things that I can send back out into the world and promote, that's what I want to do. So I've had a few people message me and say that they are going to send things, and I certainly have had a few pictures that have shown up that I've been able to show, which has been great. So I'm putting those things aside, and it'll all be part of the giveaway later on. All right, let's get to today's stuff. We're going to start with the official Postcrossing, and the first one I want to show you is a 1000 Yen card. It's this one. It comes from Edith, and she's in Austria. And just beautiful, these cards. They're shimmering and do all sorts of things. She says she has a son who's currently in vacation in the United States, and she has a couple cats as well. And then I want to show you this, the Ferris wheel stamp. For us here right now, there is a fair in town. It's set up, ride started yesterday, we'll run through the weekend. Every year it comes in June, and then it comes back again in September, October. So that is just down the road from me right now. And with school coming to an end, the kids really like to go there and hang out. So thank you, Edith, for that card. The next card also comes from Austria, and it's a mailbox card with a Canadian mailbox down here. But you guys know how much I love my mailboxes. This comes from Veronica. She says she lives with her family in a small town in Austria that has about 6,000 people in it. She likes reading books, gardening, and postcrossing, and watching different series. I'm guessing she means television series. And there are the stamps. So thank you, Veronica. Next card comes from the United States. And if you watched last Friday's video, I had this exact same card. I sent this one out. It is a kind of a vintage Beatles card. I like the image, so I don't mind having multiples of it. But this one comes from Sarah, and she is from Nebraska, Blair, Nebraska, actually. She's a teacher, and today is her first day of summer. So welcome to your summer vacation. I hope you enjoy It's a hard work being a teacher, so I appreciate everything that you do to help the children get along the way. She says she's relaxing on her patio. That's a good place to be. There are the stamps. So thank you so much, Sarah. Another one from the United States. This one comes from Emily in Virginia. She just happened to be in Annapolis in Maryland at the time, so she sent me a card here from Maryland. And it says on the back, the two houses comprising of the Flag House Inn in Annapolis were built in 1879 and served a number of roles through the years. The flags flying from the front porch are the state and national flags, and guess. So you can see where people are from. That's kind of a neat idea. There's the forever stamp, and I really like the cancellation there with the dog. So thank you, Emily. Another one from the United States is this one here. Put it up this direction. I'm going to flip it around. This comes from Svetlana. She said she brought this card, excuse me, to the US from Ukraine in 2014. It was printed there before the war. That's why the words are in Russian. It was never a problem despite what Russian propaganda says. Anyways, I was able to start a new happy life in Tennessee, and my son has a great future, bright future ahead. I think that's so fantastic. Thank you, Svetlana. I know there are many people that have been displaced from Ukraine, and they found new places to live and raise their families, and they don't feel threatened. That's wonderful, and we all hope that what is happening in Ukraine comes to an end and the people there can rebuild their lives. So thank you, Svetlana. Next card comes from Finland. It's a hedgehog card. And it says, hello, Robert. I wish you the best from Finland. This comes from Virpi, and she's 53 years old. She lives together with her husband in a town, I'm not going to even pronounce that, and she's traditionally known for its old book, says old book churches and houses, old books, churches and houses, and the music. So this comes from Virpi, and Virpi has that stamp, which we've seen before. So thank you so much for the hedgehog card. One of the things I'll show you on the back, she's run the words right into my address. So that's kind of why I was finding it a little confusing. So I'd read a sentence and then all of a sudden my address would start. So I do apologize for that. Next card comes from Sweden. It's a Postcrossing meetup card. Some beautiful locations there. And it says, greetings from our meetup. This comes from Mina. And look at all the people that were in attendance. There were a lot of people there and some beautiful stamps. Really like this one here, the children. So thank you for that. A little tickle in my throat again. I got another Beatles card. This one comes from Japan. And it says, greetings from Japan. I don't know much about the Beatles, but Wikipedia told me this is their 5th album. This comes from Kohi. And so, yeah, it's their Help album. There are the stamps. Nice Japanese stamps. And first time I've gotten this type of Beatles card, so thank you. My next one, super cool, super retro, reminiscent of my childhood. Here we've got some Lego or Star Wars action figures, not Lego, but Star Wars action figures. This comes from Great Britain. It says, hi Rob, greetings from Ipswich in southeast England. I watched the original Star Wars movie at my local cinema in January of 1978 and haven't missed one since. Enjoyed some more than others, but thought the prequel Rogue One was up there with the best. I had a few of the action figures as a teenage kid. Wish I'd kept them, but the larger items like this Stormtrooper set were something. I could never afford it at the time. All the best. From Kirsten. So I didn't have this one. I certainly had a Stormtrooper. I had a lot of other ones, and I still have a lot of them in the basement. One of the things I found with those toys is that the legs and arms were held together by a little black elastic band, and over time that breaks off, so a lot of them, their legs have fallen off or their arms have fallen off. So if you're out there collecting your old toys, let me know if you've had the same problem. I like the fact that she's used a stamp to match up as well. So thank you so much, Kirsten. This card comes from Cologne in Germany. This beautiful card here. And it comes from Klaus. He says, if you ever come to Cologne, many tourist attractions await you, like the Gothic cathedral, that not as ugly as the depicted on the stamp. Now let me show you the stamp. I don't think the stamp's ugly, but I can see how it's not a realistic interpretation of what the church looks like. So I think it's a beautifully colored stamp, but I imagine the cathedral itself is even more beautiful. And he says, on top of that, many other museums, like the Chocolate Museum, where you can create your own chocolates. That's where I want to go. I want to go to Cologne and create my own chocolates. What kind of chocolate would you create if you had the opportunity? I don't know. There's a lot of chocolates that have been created already that are delicious, but what new flavors might you mix together? Could you put pineapple and chocolate together in a chocolate bar? Would it be all right? I certainly would dip it. All right, moving along. Get stuck in my brain. Another one from Germany. Beautiful postal motorcycle. This comes from, it says, happy Robert. Hello, Robert. Greetings from Wuppertal, Germany. I wish you a wonderful day and fun, peace, and postcards. From Ayuls? I know, probably saying that wrong. Let me know about this stamp. America first. What does it mean? I sent the message back to them. What does that stamp really mean? I don't know. You know, let me know. And then the last one I got from Germany as well. Look at the stamps. Comes in an envelope. Big cancellations on it. Really nice. This comes from Martin. I'm going to cover his address, but just want to show you all how he's decorated it up. And then inside, Martin has sent, I can get it out here. Let's see. It's stuck on the side. Bear with me. It's coming. It's coming. All right. He included a little letter. Said, I hope you like the special letter and postcards. I have a lot of joy with it. I'm a stamp collector for many years. More specifically, since 1979, I go to the post office every first day to buy new brands. Since 1949, I stamped the Federal Republic of Germany and the German Democratic Republic mint stamps, never hinged, and completely before that, I also have a lot, but not completely. Another great passion for collecting that I have is my hometown, from which I collect everything: postcards, letters, porcelains, books, photos, and much, much more. I have already created 80 albums for postcards and letters, about 10,000 documents. There are also many books in my hobby room. There's a hole full of books in my hometown. I also do a lot in the Home and History Association, which I'm a member. I helped build the Lohnzit Museum in the old train station in 1997. My town is very small, and we have only about 8,000 inhabitants, but we are known worldwide by the Protestant Diakony Help for Humans and mission. Since 1884, there are Nieuwendetter Sauer mission in Papua New Guinea, but also there are other many places around the world. Of course, a lot of correspondence comes together, and so I can also buy letters and postcards from my place worldwide. I myself live outside in the middle of nature, and my nearest neighbor is about 700 meters away. Warm greetings from the region of Frankona in northern Bavaria. So thank you so much, Martin, for all that detail. Now let me show you what he sent. So first of all, he sent a 1000 card, and it's blank. He didn't write on it. So I can resend this back out into the world. I like the fact this is a Nuremberg card. So that's one thing he sent. The next thing he sent was this little booklet. And inside this little booklet, lots of stuff in German, of course, but you have this stamp. So this is one that I won't send back out into the world. I'll add it to our collection and thank Martin very much. He has included his address, so I'll be able to send an official thank you back to him. So I kind of like that. Put that aside. And now let's get to the friend mail and the surprises that showed up. First one, these windmills. This comes from Rovik in the Philippines. And he says he just finished school yesterday. That was on May the 24th. They were going to go to a pool with his classmates. He'd spent a lot of time working on his studies, which is great. He's an excellent student. He said he was in Romeo and Juliet. They put on the musical, the play, and his class got 100% grade on it, so he did very well. He was Mercutio in it, so thank you, Rovik. And there are the stamps Rovik put on it, and we've got Chewbacca from Star Wars on there as well. So thank you. The The next card comes from Steffi in Germany, and it is a meetup card. It was the first meetup she said she went to this year. It's nice to be able to go to many meetups during the course of the year. She says she's got a couple more coming up. And there is the stamp, and there are all the people that attended. Very nicely done, Steffi. Thank you. Okay, this next card was, it was reached out to me. They asked if we could do a Northern Lights swap. So this comes from Hannah, and Hannah reached out. She actually took this picture, and she says she lives in southern Indiana, where they got a chance to see the Northern Lights. So that would be back, this was June 1st. The Northern Lights hit here as well, but they went really, really south. Lots of people could see them. I went to bed and didn't see it and kicked myself after for not staying up that night, and even tried to stay up a couple other nights to see it, but it had no success. So thank you, Hannah, for the image of it, and I sent her one back as well. But this is one that she created herself. So thank you, Hannah. The next is another surprise that showed up. Luckily, I have a few people here on Instagram and through this medium of YouTube that have found my channel and follow. So this is Anna, and she sent this happy Postcrossing card, and it says, I joined Postcrossing this year and discovered your channel on YouTube shortly after. I enjoy any kind of snail mail content, as I've been a letter writer for almost 40 years. I adore anything correspondent related. Mailmen rock. I appreciate that, and so do all the other mailmen. And there are the stamps, and there's the washi, and there's the decorations, and she does like Olia does and cuts part of the stamp off too. So that's really cool, Anna. I really appreciate her reaching out. She's called Siberian American on Instagram if you want to see some of the other stuff she did. She actually did post this. I was Olia had been corresponding with her or something. There was a connection there, so I found out about her, and I went to Instagram just to see what she had been posting, and I saw my name pop up, and so I had to avoid that post because I didn't want it to ruin the surprise. I knew that she had sent me something now, but I wanted to wait till the card got here before I saw what was on it and how it was done. So thank you so much, Anna, for the nice surprise. I really appreciate it. Next card comes from Kathy in Ontario, and it's this card. It says she came across some cards from Egypt, so I thought I'd send one. So I really appreciate that. The most cards you see come from Egypt have the Sphinx or the pyramid on it, so it's kind of a little different. So I appreciate it. And there's a frog stamp that's never been canceled on the back. Thank you, Kathy. Now, Carl in Austria sent this map card, and it says greetings from northern Germany, where they went cycling. So he's normally from Austria, but he was in Germany cycling, and so that's really nice. There is no stamp to show you, though. Unfortunately, it is a stickered postage on the back, but thank you, Carl. The next one comes from Ah Young in Singapore, and it's this card. I need both hands to make my music. So what is his music that he made? Looks like an astronaut to me. And so thank you, Ah Young, for that. I want to show you the stamps. He always sends really cool stamps. Thank you. Next card comes from Anita in Austria. Got a lot of Austrian correspondence, which is really nice. This one here with the mountain goats precariously standing on the cliffside. And she hadn't written in a while, so she wanted to touch base again. I appreciate that. There's the stamps and a nice washi tape. So thank you, Anita. All right. And now I've come to a couple things here. All right, Stephen in Australia sent this, and he used the washi tape in the diagonal fashion, which is really nice. I like seeing people using my idea now around. I'm seeing all the place. He also put his mushroom washi on the back. But there are the lovely stamps. I have to be careful. Some of this stuff I am going to save for another video. So I'm going to. So this one is really nice. He sent this postcard, and this is real fabric. It says, I got this postcard quite a few years ago, like about 18 months after 9/11. Thought you might find it interesting. I do, very much. It looks like he got it in It says Malaga. And then he sent this one, which is an advertising card for Nokia phones. So this Chinese advertising postcard, fun fact that it's lenticular. I would say that this is aimed at an upmarket clientele, but he said it was a little older because you could tell based on the phones that they're advertising at the time. And it is still interesting. Right, and then on top of that, he sent some stamps, but he sent one more thing that I wanted to show. Now, we talked about airmail and my stamp of the month video. Well, he sent this. And this is from Australia. Here are some stamps from 1951 on the back. And you can open it up. And there are all sorts of pictures showing that Australia does get snow. We've talked about Australia and talked about the Winter Olympics, and it is possible to go skiing and enjoy the sights around. There's a really nice letter that I guess was sent to his wife's parents back in the day. So that's all on here as well. I appreciated that, the fact. And it's got an airmail sticker on it. And it says Par Avion. Why does it say Par Avion? Why is it in French if it's in Australia? If you don't know, check out that video, Stamp of the Month, to get some information. All right, the rest, there's some stamps in there, so I will show that at a later date too. Then he sent this envelope with the stamps on it. And in it, there were some more stamp things, but he sent... make sure here that I don't. Okay. This blue cat card says, "Greetings from down under. Although it says that this card is entitled Christening, that can lead you to the wrong conclusion. In Russia, the activity is called Krishenya, meaning christening. In January, they cut a hole in the ice of the river, sometimes in the shape of a cross. This hole is called Yordania for the Jordan River. Participants are supposed to enter the water and submerge themselves 3 times. In the theory, it represents the baptism of Jesus in the River Jordan by John the Baptist. Though I doubt the Jordan ever gets to minus 35 degrees. I did it once, and I'm very pleased I didn't manage to catch any fish, though." So that was cool. And then the next one, he did send another blue cat card. I'm going to save what it says on the back because it has to do with the stamps that he sent inside of it. So we'll save that for another video next week. And then I received, we're going to do this too. All right, this envelope, fantastic. Comes from Vera in Germany. Beautiful Zeppelin souvenir sheet there, some train stamps, really nice. There is a variety of things that she's put in here. So a lot of it we are going to save for next week's video, but I will show you a couple things that are not stamp related. She sent some postcards. We have an elephant walking across a tightrope. That would be a precarious situation. And these are blank, so I can send them off into the world. We have this hedgehog family with Mama Hedgehog getting her quills done. Another blank one. We have this hedgehog family. It looks like Father Hedgehog checking out the neighbor lady by the looks of things. And then finally we have a blue cat card. So I have a blank blue cat card that I can send out, hockey themed. So it looks like the kids are winning that as well. And then she sent a whole bunch of stamp things. So I'm going to show you those next week, probably with some of the Steven stuff. The next thing I got was this envelope, and it comes from Monty and Violet in Saskatchewan. And look, it's canceled. Most of the time I get something from Monty, it isn't canceled. Inside, there is this vintage postcard of downtown Montreal. This is Mount Royal, or Montreal. So I've shown that in videos many times in the past. And he says, I don't know how to do the, okay. He put a $10 bill in to support my channel in the envelope, which I really appreciated. I don't ask for donations to the channel, but I do appreciate when either some people put super chats or things, messages that they do that, but thank you for donating. He says, on a completely other note, you mentioned the French words that kids chuckle at. So I had mentioned that the French word for seal is something that kids always chuckle at. He says his favorite favorite two words that are pamplemousse, which means grapefruit. Now I guess one of my nieces, let's say, one of my wife's brother's children's, when she was really little, I used to call her pamplemousse, so that was kind of interesting that came out. And then he says harfang de neige, which is a snowy owl. So yeah, it's really a different word for snowy owl. So thank you, Monty, for that card, that donation, and those tidbits. I appreciate it. And then where do we go from here? All right, the next one is this big envelope from Elena. And she is in Ontario. There's the stamp. I love this year, the pig one. None of them were canceled. In the envelope, she also is doing something. She sent this, first of all. This is really cool. Those of you who like space, this is a brochure with a first day cover. So I could have saved this for a stamp one. I want to show you this. So the first day cover came out in 1983. And that shows the takeoff and all that. And there's a whole bunch of information in there. And then you've got the first day cover. So she said she had two of those, so she sent me one. Now, the next thing she sent, we are going to use it for a future giveaway. And that's what she wanted it to be used for. It's a 1982 United States stamp catalog. And in it, it has the information. And it has the different stamp images. So my task now is I'm going to try to go find all the stamps from 1982 that belong in this album, and then I'm going to include it in a future giveaway. So thanks to Elena for donating that to a future giveaway. It's very kind of you to do so. The last thing I have to show you is another envelope that came in. It comes from Tasha, and she's in Virginia. And look what she's done here. So she sent me two upside down Jennies. Well, okay, they're not original two upside down Jennies, or they'd be worth a fortune. But yeah, this is a famous airmail stamp that was printed upside down. You can see the plane is upside down. This one's been canceled. This one hasn't, so that one might be worth more. But I know that they're reprints, so thank you. But it has to do with airmail, and we've talked about airmail. Inside, though, she sent this beautiful mushroom-themed card, and she has done something for my question of the month, so I won't read that now. We'll bring that back again on the first Saturday in July to read it, but there is another part to it. So she says, hello, my name is Tasha. I came across your videos on YouTube when I started Postcrossing last month. I have fully fallen down the rabbit hole now, even looking at starting my own collection of stamps. Always been interested in me, but I honestly thought it was a bygone era until I started watching you and reading some of your regulars' comments. So now at 47 years, here I am starting a new hobby. Thank you for sharing your love of all things postcard stamps and now your new EV. Enclosed are two punny postcards I thought would make you smile and some of my favorite washi I like to decorate with. My catchphrase is always been, wish someone a fantastical day. So here's to you. I hope your day is fantastical. That's kind of like my magical day. So that works out well. And these are the punny cards she sent. You're doing great. So grate the cheese. You're doing great. And this one resonates. Give peas a chance. So we're not giving peas a chance. We're giving peas a chance. The only way I'm giving peas a chance is if they're raw and right out of the pods. That's how I love peas. If they're cooked peas, I don't want anything to do with them, unfortunately. And then she sent this beautiful washi, which is good because I'm starting to run low on washi tape, so I appreciate that. I like the hot air balloon one too. That's really nice. So I'm definitely going to be able to use those. And then thank you for the comment on my question of the month and participating in that. I really love the fact that you have. All right. That is my mail for this week. Some lovely surprises in there from you, the viewers, and my friends, Direct Swapping and Postcrossers. So every week. I don't know what's going to be coming, but I'm always happy when things do and getting a chance to share it with you guys. Tomorrow, I got two things. We're going to have the live stream that I usually do at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. That's still going to happen. And the next thing is I'm going to be putting out the video showing who won Stamp of the Month, the giveaway. So if you want to participate in it, you've got to get it in today, because when I get up early tomorrow morning, I'll start putting all the names into the generator. And along with that one, I'm also going to show you another thing that I got at the stamp auction, or at least a portion of it. That's it for now. You guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?